What is good? What is good?
How you doing?
I'm doing, oh my gosh. Guys, you don't understand how much this moment means to me. Like, literally, we have the Lola fucking Bunz in the fucking building.
You already
What's good? I'm cooking on a Sunday, just left church. My bad.
Okay. Oh, good. You gotta get them prayers in. How you mean?
That's how we stay so blessed. That's how we stay so blessed. Yes. I am so happy to have you here with me today. And
thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Well,
you know, I didn't know it was a female behind the blog. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey.
Literally, that is moments like this that like this is what motivated me to do it, because a lot of the times we're gonna get into all of it, but first and foremost, I just want to say to you, shout outs to you. My fan base, the blog base, is mostly like American, but I obviously am from Toronto. So I am so fucking excited when I have a thoroughbred person from Toronto that I can really rep for, connect with, and I know that's going to speak the truth, you know? Yeah. So how are you?
I'm good, man. Just trying to live life, quarantining, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, but I'm good. I'm all right, you know?
You look beautiful. I wouldn't know we're going through quarantine. You're looking gorgeous.
I try to keep it clean and classy.
Well, I want to let you know, thank you again for coming to downtown. I want to say first and foremost, it's a safe space. Downtown stands for don't waste no time with negativity. Anything you want to ask me, I'm open to. So let's just have this like open conversation. And, you know, a lot of things are going on right now. A lot of things are going on in the world. Coronavirus obviously is at the top of, or the forefront of everyone's mind. How are you coping with all of this? What is your life like? Where were you when you felt like, you know what, maybe I should start taking this seriously? Like, how has this journey been for you?
It's definitely been a little bit of a roller coaster. I won't lie, in the beginning, like all this stuff started, it was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially for me musically, because like in the beginning, I just released my single Shiesty in like February, end of February. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good. Interviews.
2020 is moving Shiesty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The whole world's moving Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? I had like radio interviews. I had shows booked up till like summertime, everything. And then literally like the day before we went to lockdown, I just did a show in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So stuff was booming. Like she was going good. And then it's like, everything shut down. And it's like, especially as an artist too, it's like, you know, I had a couple singles lined up, like videos ready to shoot and all that stuff.
Program
like,
set.
And it's like literally everything's on pause. I can't shoot, can't really go to the studio. Like, so at the beginning, it was kind of like real depressing. It's like, shoot, like, what am I gonna do with my time? Like, what am I gonna do as an artist? Like, you know, it takes so much time to build a buzz, and then when you have that buzz and you're going and it drops, to build that buzz again, sometimes it's really hard. So it's like,
I don't deny you at all though, and I hope you don't let this part deter you, because you are one of the few female Toronto, like, I'm not trying to put you in that box. I'm just saying where I stem from, knowing you from, not personally, but musically, which is even better when you have people knowing your music before they even can connect with you. And I feel like as an artist, those are things that like you kind of sometimes do it for. But, you know, you were one of the artists that I genuinely went through my search for Toronto artists that, you know, because my whole thing is pages like Six Buzz and things like that. I love it. Of course, we're from the city, but it's very misogynistic. It's very male driven. I hurt for you guys when I see you guys in certain interviews and it's like, oh, why you ask her this? Or why are you asking her the question like this? Like, you know, so we all have to be brave. You're brave stepping out on the line and being in this fantasy game for over like almost like 10 years. Is it?
10 years.
You put in your fucking work, and I've been a fan. I've been a genuine fan. So we appreciate you. I love you. Downtown loves you. No, we're not getting you the views like the Shade Room, but whenever I do see you drop, I always love to show support to you, because I genuinely fuck with your craft. Your pen is spectacular.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And that's the thing too. It's all about, you know, trying to just build relationships and stuff. Anybody that has a platform and all that stuff is definitely great. Building relationships and just knowing that you know, when I drop something, at least, you know, I'm I'm gonna get this repost, these likes. You know what I'm saying? It's all about building relationships. So I'm appreciative of like people that do what you're doing too. You know what I mean?
Thank you, boo. So downtown, don't waste no time with negativity. Usually I leave this question for the end, but today it's Sunday and, you know, prayer was nice. So I'm asking you here at the beginning, you know, what is the way that Lola Bunz does not waste any time with negativity? Or what is a situation that recently happened and you felt like, ugh, you could have went this way, but you're like, you know what?
Yeah. Me, I just try to stay humble. Like, staying humble is not easy, but it's even just me as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, you know, they get a little bit of buzz, they get a little bit of hype, and it's like, ain't everybody, you ain't shit, da 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 da. But me,
and Toronto people are notorious for that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in Toronto, in Toronto. But me,
you can talk
like,
to me. We're from the same. You can talk to me today. If there was a day where you ever,
especially because we're from Toronto, this whole screw face capital, whatever. Like it's Sunday. Like, it's a blessing to be able to do what you do and have the opportunity to get on the stage and have a mic and say whatever you want to say and have people come out and listen to you and stuff like that. So me, I'm a very grateful person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to have a record deal to be humble, or, you know what I'm saying? And that's what differentiates me between me and a lot of different artists, because I mean, we can have a conversation now, and the same level that I'm on now, if I see you on the street like 2 years later and I see you, it's going to be the same talk, the same level. You know what I'm saying? People are people. We're all humans. We believe the same. We all believe red. You know what I'm saying? So like, being an artist and having people that support you, that follow you, it really, for me, I'm just humble, and I'm grateful for having people that really appreciate me and support my music. So every time I think of, you know what I'm saying, all that negative stuff, is like trust me, negativity kind of motivates me. Like my bro always says, like, when I'm pissed off, I go the hardest. Like, I just put it into work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just put it into work. That's how I deal with negativity. I put it into work. Like, you know what I'm saying? You do. As an artist, as a writer, you know what I'm saying? I express myself through words and through poetry, through the pen. So, like, I try to put that negative energy, I put it into work.
Work
and I make a banger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna listen. The haters gonna listen to it anyway. So it's
one way or another.
Yep.
But it's dope because even have you been watching that recent documentary?
In the building, GI in the building.
Shout outs to them. Have you been able to catch any of that recent documentary, The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, and just?
I actually haven't been able to watch it. I've seen a few clips of it, but
I think you would benefit a lot from it. I think just listening to your music and getting to know you through that, and just like the things that you speak on, and even for myself, just watching it, and just, you know, a lot of people can say Michael Jordan's an asshole and things, but to be a winner, you have to have a certain mentality. So recently there was an episode where pretty much I forgot the name of the team now. Sports is not my shit, but pretty much he made it up in his mind, Michael Jordan, that this next player said to him, like, talk shit to him during the game. And he put that in his head that that's what was said, so he could feed off of that energy and crush this man. And he was like, yo, in the next game, I'm going to score it in the first half what you scored the whole game. And I feel like when I listen to your music, that's the energy you had, whether it was 10 years ago or now it's Shiesty, which I appreciate because I resonate with that sound. I love, like, content rap. So what like, you don't come across as a negative person. I've had the opportunity of meeting your brother, and he seems like a very optimistic person, and you guys seem like kind-hearted people. So who's really trying to piss you off? Where does all this energy, where do you find it, and how do you put it into your music? You're laughing. You see what I'm saying?
To be honest, for me, to be honest, for me, like, from the jump, like, from the day I'll say I started rapping, the motivation has always been like, oh, guys could do this, oh, girls could do this too, and I'm gonna do it better. That's always been my, like, my reason to do this. Is like, I'm gonna do this better. Oh, somebody hops on this chat, oh, that's hard, let me see how I could do it. And it's fun to me. Like I don't just make music to get a deal or get bands and stuff. I live this shit. Like, music is my life. Like, regardless where this takes me, I'm always gonna make music because I know it's something I'm passionate about. I love it and I know I'm good at it. Like, people may not love all of my tracks, but I know I'm not shit. I'm not a shit
well, it's
artist,
subjective, right? You're not always gonna have, it's like Beyonce. People aren't just gonna like her whole catalog, right? People resonate with different. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just something I'm passionate about. You know what I'm saying? And passion fuels, like, you know, creativity and the way, like, when I go on stage and I see how people relate to me, or people come up to me and they're like, yo, you know, I felt that, I can relate to that, or keep doing you for the black people, for the Nigerians, for the people from people in a different community, like, you know what I mean? I touch a lot of different people from different places, you know what I'm saying? And I always used to say, like, it's like sometimes I'm like the voice for the unheard, right? I used to have that motto in my head. It's like sometimes there's those things that people don't want to talk about, so I try to just address a whole bunch of different things in a creative way, you know what I'm saying, to make people hear and make people get the message, you know what I mean? And if I have the ability to do that, why not, you know?
I love it, and I love your confidence, and I love your, like, just, if men can do it, women can do it too, you know? And growing up in Toronto, that mentality isn't always something like as easy. Like, people in America, they feel like we're soft, or, you know, we don't know, like, the way of life they think that we have, like, and when we go over there, like, I talked to someone last week and he's up in Brooklyn and he was like, oh, you guys know about Jadakiss? You guys know about Styles P? I'm like, yeah.
They think we living in igloos out here or something.
Facts. And it's like, listening to your music, when you're speaking on subjects like real hip hop, you're speaking on subjects like in depth of, like, things that myself as a young woman I can relate to. Even though I'm on the East End, I can relate to what you talk about experiencing in your music, and that is a similarity for a lot of young women coming up in Toronto. Yeah. So what does that, like, mean to you? And that's what I'm saying, like, where does that stem from? Because it's not typical to hear a female speaking on these things. Sometimes I can almost put you in the bag with my Jadas and my Styles P's and my Griseldas. Like, you're in that bag for me.
Honestly, it comes from experience. Like, I'm 29 now. Like, I've been through a lot, I'm saying, and it's like, as a woman, and I'm in too, it's like oftentimes we have a lot of, like, you know, we have a lot of baggage and stuff like that, and sometimes we don't know how to address it or let it out. I've always been like a pretty outspoken person, you know what I'm saying? Like, if not outspoken, I'll always write down, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been, like, growing up when I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying, I did a lot of volunteer work, a lot of community work, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different groups. I work with youth, I work with children, Boys and Girls Club, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been kind of mentors, and I've been on both sides as a mentee, as a mentor for different areas and different communities and things like that. So it's like your experience kind of what about music and stuff, it's experience, you know what I'm saying? I just have, and it's like I just have a lot of experience that it's like, yo, like, I gotta, like, people could relate, and it's like I just gotta speak on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just the outspoken person in me, you know what I'm saying? That's where most of it just comes from, you know? Real life experience of people around me, you know what I'm saying? Scared, you know what I'm saying? And then music too for me, it's like, especially music today, hip hop today, it's so like it's like this one little box, and everybody's kind of in this little box, you know what I'm saying? And for me, I never want to just be like, Lola's that type of rapper. Like, okay, when I listen to it, I'm gonna listen to that. Nah, like, I love to switch it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, I sing, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very versatile person. Music is fun for me. Yeah, music is so fun for me. Like, music is creativity, you know what I'm saying? So it's like every time I get a new beat or a new beat pack, people send me beats. It's like, what am I gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? Let me try this. Let me try a little singing thing. Let me sing a hook, beat. You know what I'm saying? Let me go for a beat, because it's like you have the ability to just adapt to different sounds and things like that. Why not? You know?
And a lot of the times it's like people aren't open to that. So I find it so dope that you're open to just kind of like a Kinder surprise. Let me see what you sound like, and then we'll figure it out from there. So that's really dope. And it speaks to like how talented you are. Honestly, like I want you to know you're not regular. You're not regular.
Definitely.
You're not. Like my experience being on this side of the fence, first starting out this blog, you know, initially I wanted to just do all the Toronto people, but you already know how that can go. Hence why I was so excited to see when you started branching out. And I think one time I hit you up for something, but you were in Africa. Then the next time I hit you up for something, you were in Atlanta doing the Atlanta show. I was like, yes, bitch, like do this. Like, yes, like, and I love to hear things like that because there's genuinely. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was just like you gotta. Is
Voila, he's in the building. Shout outs to you. Yep. Are you hearing me okay? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? The sound. You can't hear me? Okay. Let me end it and come back in. Is that okay? Okay. So guys, I'm going to end it and come right back in. I guess we're having some technical issues, but shout out to all you guys. Come right back in. Oh, here she is. Perfect. Let me see if this works. Because most of the times I have to like end it and start right back over.
We back?
So,
we good?
Yay! Yes, we're good. We're good. We're good. But
all right.
Yeah, like I was.
But yeah, I was talking about Toronto. It's like I love Toronto. This is my home. This is my city. But for the music scene, like until you leave and go somewhere else and come back, you know what I'm saying? Like within, like especially the fan base in Toronto, I feel like there's so many artists here and there's so many people trying to do the same thing, but there's not enough like labels. There's not enough like A&Rs. There's not enough like, you know, big festivals that'll pay you proper money and stuff like that. So sometimes you got to go away. Like me, like I love Toronto. Toronto's my home and everything, but Toronto's one dot in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could go to fucking Nigeria and blow up in Nigeria. It doesn't matter where I blow up. Wherever I blow up, the rest of the world will catch on. But they're like, oh, Bunz is buzzing here. Oh, let's go see what she's doing now. That's the thing about Toronto. Like it's not like if you look at Drake went to the States.
Yep.
Tory Lanez went to the States. Jessie Reyes, she just looked. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get out. You gotta go to different festivals. You gotta go to different networking events. You know what I'm saying? You gotta attend some shows. You gotta do some free shows in a little bar spot in New York. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Yeah.
I know I don't want to cut you, but I just want to say, because this part of the conversation is something that is very passionate to me. Like sometimes it could almost like bring me to tears, as corny as it sounds, but I'm being like so real with you because I feel like I can be like that with you. And it's unfortunate to me that a lot of even the people that I feel like are in the positions in Toronto, they never want to act like Toronto talent is good enough until someone else recognizes it. Yeah, you know, I don't want to call names. I'm not being messy. Downtown, don't waste no time with negativity. But just believe, seeing me here today, this isn't where I initially wanted to start. I wanted to work with the who's and the these and the that's. But they don't believe in you. They don't want to take the time to look at your resume. They don't want to do these things. And it's just that's even why I was saying earlier, what I was trying to get to was being on the media side of things. There's a lot of artists that I find in the city and I want to support them. I want to interview them. I want to talk with them. But I've learned my lesson hard now doing this for so many years is that we got to see who's still doing it 3 to 4 years from now.
It's true.
Because today you're Lola Bunz and tomorrow it's, you know what I mean? I want to see how serious are you about this craft.
That's the thing. A lot of people, they rap. sometimes, you know what I'm saying? but like there's artists that really live this, like they do it, they've been doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just I mean, it's like, to be honest, in Toronto too, as an artist, I won't lie to you, like I've been in this game over 10 years. Like sometimes being in this city will wear you out, you know what I'm saying? Like it will wear you out. There's been times like that I'm like, yo, like, should I even do this anymore? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped. I actually like sometime last year, like I didn't really put nothing out. You know what I'm saying? The motivation kind of goes like this and that, but then it's like you remember why you started this in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And you have to keep. The thing is, if you're not passionate about this music stuff, you might not last that long. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's passionate about music. Some people do it as a hobby. Some people just do it because their friends do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people blow up like that. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they're just one-hit wonders. You don't hear from them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everyone's different. You know what I'm saying? But me, I be in this. Like, I'm going to be in this forever.
I love that. And I love that, like, that's just so inspiring. And I hope young women that will watch this now and, like, in the future on our website to know that, like, there are women out here like yourself that could have went another way, could have, you know what I mean, succumbed to the fuck shit, could have been like, you know, fuck it, let me just get a job and work at Yorkdale, or, you know what I mean, like Toronto shit. And it's just like, you're deciding to just not give up. And what was that experience for you, like, just even performing at, like, someplace like South by Southwest? Like, what was that experience like for you? And branching out and being like, either I don't give a fuck, let's just do this, or yo, I wish I was in Toronto and, like, this was happening in Toronto. Like, what was that experience like for you? Oh, can't hear you. Is your sound okay? We're gonna wait for her to get back in, guys. I don't think it will take her long, but how is your guys' Sunday doing? Or going, I should say. Okay, here she is. Let me get her in. See.
We back. Perfect. This internet is pissing me off.
No worries, girl. It's
I don't know if it's Instagram live. Too many people on the live or something. I don't know what's going on with Instagram.
It's raining a lot for me on my side, so.
Okay.
But yeah.
Paula in the building. Richie in the building.
Shout out.
And Paula's one of my main producers. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple bangers coming soon. You know what I'm saying?
Excited for that. Excited to hear honestly, I'm excited to hear what you have coming, because Shiesty, I feel like it hits so nicely. So let's just get into it. What inspired Shiesty? How did everything, like, come about for that track there?
Yeah, so Shiesty, I actually shout out to my I had a manager at the time, Stephanie. She was managing me, and I actually met her in where was it, in Miami. I did a show in Miami last year, December, Afro Chic weekend for Art Basel that weekend. So I did a show out there. I had a show. I opened up for Wale, right? So yeah, it was a good show or whatever. And then, like, I got off the stage, and then this girl came to me, and she's like, yo, you're mad dope, da da da. Like, you know, I see you doing this and that. She told me she's from Toronto. I'm like, yo, you know, let's connect when we come back, whatever. So we connected when we came back. She just had a lot of, like, connects in the industry and stuff like that. She told me, she's like, you know what? Because me, to be honest, before, like, last year, I've never had a manager, like, no team. Everything
you're doing was independent.
Everything I've done thus far has just been me. And, like, my brother, like, shout out to my brother. You know what I'm saying? But my brother, he has his own brand and stuff too. But everything I've done this far has been just me, right?
Yeah.
So I was letting her know, I'm like, you know, I never had a manager and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's so many things I want to do, but it's kind of hard when you're doing it all alone. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no support system. So she kind of took me on. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna help you out or whatever. So she had a connection with this producer, Bricks the Man.
Yeah.
And Bricks produces for like Young Thug, Drake. He got a couple of Grammy winning artists and things like that. And then he happened to send me send her a beat pack. So she just sent me a few beats, and then the Shiesty beat was one of them in there. So I was like, yo, what beat is this? You know what I'm saying? I heard the beat. I'm like, yo, I gotta do something on this. I gotta do something on this. So she didn't, at first, she actually didn't let me know who produced the beat, right? She was like,
yeah.
got a couple beats. She's like, I got a couple beats, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what we can do on it, whatever.
Yeah.
So from I heard the beat, it was just telling me, it's like, yo, this is a story, like,
yeah.
some real spit on this, you know what I'm saying? So I heard the beat, and it's just like, yo, I gotta spit some real stuff to this. And one thing about me too, like, I have a lot of tracks, but I don't really, I haven't really been like vulnerable in songs, you know what I'm saying? So Shiesty, it came from a real place. Like, I'm sure everybody can relate to, like, you know, having people that you think they got your back, or, you know what I'm saying, and they snake you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Having that Shiesty ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, and it's like, yo, you know, you thought he was your nigga, thought she was your wifey, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, yeah. I don't know, the direction it, like, the beat just spoke to me, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of let it all out on the song. And then
has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Like,
has Lola Bunz experienced heartbreak?
Stories for days. Yeah, and Shiesty is a true story. Like that. Like, everything I spit in the songs is true story. Like, it's facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yeah. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially kind of being an artist too. Like sometimes people you think are really, like, they really got you. Sometimes they're just there for the hype. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just there for the moments. When you got the shows, they're pulling up like, yeah, that's my G, that's my nigga, that's my dog, family, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's really there for you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And sometimes it's trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean somebody you knew from young, from way back, y'all go way back, doesn't mean that person's your guy or your girl, you know what I'm saying? And as you get older and you go through different experiences, you learn that sometimes, unfortunately, you got to learn the hard way, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah,
it's what it is. You know,
all scars we earn them.
Yeah, so that's where Shiesty came from. Shiesty just came from a lot of, like, real experiences and things like that. And then the video, like, I actually had Shiesty for, I held on to Shiesty for, like, I had it for like 7 months. Like, I had that song for a minute. I had the song for a minute, and the reason is because
it's a timeless track, though.
Yeah, I'm such a perfectionist, though, and I wanted to make sure, and especially because, like, it's a big producer and things like that, I wanted to make sure that it's just not a track that just goes, like, unnoticed. I wanted to make sure the visuals were on point. You know what I'm saying? Everything was on point.
It was super,
you know what I mean?
super,
yeah, you know what I mean? And it was the first, like, and it was the first video I actually co-directed, but I was such a perfectionist. I'm like, nah, this has to be this, and the storyline. I wanted to make it a mini movie. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with me too. Like, I could put out a whole bunch of more visuals and stuff at once, but I'm a very, I come from a theater background. Like, I minored in theater in university, so I'm always thinking of, okay, what's the storyline? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like putting out little mini movies, little mini stories that it's like, okay, somebody's gonna catch up to the next one. You know what I'm saying? What's the next video gonna look like? You know? So I really take my time in that and just being particular and things like that. So Shiesty was, I'm so happy the results is doing real good right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go stream that. Spotify,
I'm very sure, like, I stream it probably like about 2 to 3 times a day, like, depending on how much people piss me. Like, the track slaps, Lola. Like, and I really feel like, just being a genuine fan of your music, I'm just, my opinion, because obviously nobody is all subjective, but I just really feel like this may be the one to kickstart what you've been working so hard for. And the great thing about it is you've been doing it for so long. So when people look back, you'll have the work there. You have the tracks there. You have the ciphers there. You've laid the groundwork. So I have full confidence in you, what you'll be doing in the future, quarantine or not. I'm sure you know, so very proud of you.
Appreciate it.
In terms of sexuality, because in your music you speak on that subject as well, and like the industry feeling like them trying to like over sexualize you and make you try and be one way, you know. And that's not how we're always feeling. Like today I'm in a big t-shirt, my house is quarantine, no makeup, who cares, like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing with female artists, and that's why sometimes even when I don't know, my thing kind of froze. Is it frozen?
Yes, but I can still hear you. Oh no. Don't tell me. You're gonna come back. How does it keep doing that? Okay. So she's gonna come right back in, guys. No, I can't. Oh no. Okay, guys, she's gonna come right back in. Just give her a second. I'm wondering if she has her sound off on the side of her phone. Let me see. Happy Sunday, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to be speaking with Lola.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Lola, I want to say, are you using an iPhone?
Yeah.
Do you have the side, like the silent button off?
No. If I turn it off, would that help?
No, I was gonna say turn it on and make sure your do not disturb is on. Maybe that might help. I have to put it on because notifications, all this stuff is always. So maybe that might help.
Maybe we get too many messages.
Miss Popularity.
Yeah, but we're talking about like females in the industry. But so like this whole like, you know, female sexuality, sex sells thing, like it's kind of part of the reason why I wanted to be an artist too, because it's like there's so much pressure on us to just like show it all and all of that stuff. And it's like a lot of these artists, like they ain't even really saying nothing in their music, but it's like, oh shit, she cute, she's showing her ass, she's showing her titties, of course you're gonna get the views and things like that. Like sex sells, definitely. But for me, I'm a spitter, like I'm a lyricist, like there I could go wear like booty shorts and all that stuff, but I want you to listen to me. Yeah, you can see me, but I want you to listen to me, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. That's just type of artist I am, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of, especially because, you know, I have a following, I have a, you know, I mean, I used to work with a lot of youth, you know what I'm saying, a lot of young girls, young guys and things like that too. And it's just like, it's like, what's your message? Like, what are you selling? Like, what message are you sending out? You know what I'm saying? What do you want people to remember you for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be a 2020 artist that people like. I'm trying to build I'm trying to have a legacy, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Bunz, I remember this back then, this track, like that's the type of artist I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel like you're on that path. I want to throw it back a bit. So back in the day, you did a cipher with some other female femces that I truly respect from the city as well. And I believe it was Jane and Finch cipher, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Cipher, yeah.
So being from Toronto, you're already, you know, UT, the cipher, those are things that are like always been, you know, wicked for me as a kid to watch and being inspired by. Big ups Killa, big ups Femi, big ups Reds in the building. But, you know, what inspired you ladies to come together and just show even that support for like the female femc even from back then? It's like you always had that mentality to be like,
and from that, like that was actually like that was, I think all of ours, it was our first like video, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just like we were all just like four hungry MCs, and it's like, yo, like we gotta do something so that they know, like, yo, the females, you know what I'm saying, we always kind of been the underdogs, you know what I'm saying, in this game. So we had to do something. And it's like, and we, be honest, we didn't expect it to blow up like it did. Like literally, like, you know, we just had an idea. We're like, all right, we're gonna go on this beat, you know what I'm saying, let's get our hoodies so everybody knows our name and stuff like that, and we just gonna spit, like everybody come with their 16, we're just gonna spit. Like even the day of, like we were supposed to shoot it outside, it was so windy. We had our our mic system, it stopped working, so we had to just play the music out of somebody's speakers in their car in the parking garage basement. But it was literally like we just wanted people to hear our music, like hear that yo, we could spit, we could do this too, you know what I'm saying? And even everyone that came that was in the background, if you notice, they're all females. We're like, yo, this is a female thing, like
loved it, loved the whole energy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We just wanted to be heard, and that was it. And we put the video out. In the first week, it got like 7K. By the second week, it had like 20K. Right now, it's like 100K, and it's still going up. Like, and some people, even when I travel, they still come up to me. They're like, yo, you that girl from the cipher? I'm like, oh shoot, like y'all seen that? Y'all remember that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's always just been like an unintentional, but a move. It's like, yo, we could do this too as females, and we could go as hard as a man. Work twice as hard. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, we gotta work twice as hard to get on these shows and headline with like 10 other niggas. You know what I'm saying? We gotta work twice as hard to get paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even to get paid for shows. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I ain't rolling with like 10 niggas and a gang full of guys, whatever, but you gonna respect these lyrics, and you're gonna respect me when I come on stage, because when I come on that stage, I'm killing it. I'm gonna show you the reason why you gotta pay me.
You do every time. You do every time.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta really work twice as hard. You know what I'm saying? Especially for just people in the industry to first take you seriously, and secondly just understand that, like, yo, I understand this business too. And that's why I was telling you earlier, it's like I didn't have a manager, no team for the longest time, because it's like, as a female, like, a lot of people will try to burn you. They think you don't really know the game. You know what I'm saying? They think you need somebody to hold your hand and be like, okay, this is how we do it, and da-da-da-da.
You can share stories, girl.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got stories for days, some shiesty movements, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. You got to work twice as hard. You got to really understand your craft. You got to understand the industry. You got to understand the game. And that's why, like, for me, I took a lot of time to really do that for myself. And it's like, I'm happy now. Like, I have management now to help me with things like that. I have my brother, you know what I'm saying? He's been in the industry for a long time and stuff like that. So it's really learning as you're going at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely. And it's always a learning process. And I feel like, even recently, well, not too recently, but 50 Cent posted something on his social media speaking on Pop Smoke, R.A.P. And he's speaking on the fact of, like, they were in a business meeting and he brought Pop Smoke to the meeting, and he was just in there on his phone, like, doing this the whole time, you know? And he kind of grabbed his phone from him, like, yo, what are you doing? Like, we're in a meeting. And when he looked at what Pop Smoke had in his phone, was every word, writing it down. So I feel like when you really become a student of the game, and you can tell the people in the industry or the young people coming up who have been a student in the game, you can see the benefits of that pay off. So you've definitely been putting in your work, and it's only a matter of time. Like, I'm really excited. There's some people I love to see their journey, like artists like Candy K and people like that. So I really enjoy just to see you guys just slowly show them that Toronto's been here.
Yeah,
on the female side. Like,
definitely.
Niggas got it. They got Cardinal. They had all of that. You know what I'm saying? But we need our Lola Bunz and you guys to be put to the forefront, so they know, you know, shout outs to Chromas, that you guys are here in all versatility, all different types of forms. You guys have it all. Right? Yeah, so definitely. Straight up, I'm vouching for you guys every step of the way. Toronto influence.
Appreciate it. You know, things like this, just spreading the word, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always appreciated, you know what I mean? So definitely.
So the next thing I wanted to get in with you was what is, because you mentioned
Fresh in the building.
Shout out.
That's where I got my chain, by the way. If y'all need to get your
send that link. I'm seeing everyone these nice, you know what I'm
saying? Go follow Afro Crush.
Definitely, shout outs to them. So I wanted to ask you, earlier you mentioned that you also do poetry. Are you one of those I shouldn't say one of those, like, it's not like that, like one of those, no, but are you there's some artists that they feel like poetry and rap, there's a difference, and poetry and rap is the same, you know, or they feel like you can't turn a poem into a verse, Where do you stand like on the fence of conversations like that? There was even like a movie on Netflix. I don't know if you ever caught it. Beats by Rhymes or something like that, and it had Jill Scott and a couple other people. But do you feel like there's a difference? Are you able to convert your poems into your rhymes? Like, how does that work for you?
Well, I actually, before I started making music, I was poetry.
Yeah.
Lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Stories, scripts, you know what I mean? So poetry, like poetry and music is poetry. Music is poetry with a beat to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just feel like for me, like my poetry kind of evolved into like extended poems that became songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, some songs just started off as you know what I'm saying, little 4-line poem, and it's like I'll go back to it and be like, let me expand on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that as my bro said, that's why I'm a lyricist, because before I didn't used to add the music and the beats.
You always
before it was just the writing. You know what I'm saying? It was just me in my thoughts and the writing on the pen on the page, and you know what I'm saying, and just the exploring of that. And then later on, it's like, okay, adding a beat to it. And music is a little different, because sometimes everyone's different. Like everyone has a different process of their writing or whatever. Some people they hear a beat, they just freestyle to it. Some people they just write, then the beat comes after. And sometimes the beat that you're hearing influences the music you're gonna make. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's all kind of intertwined. You know, you can't really separate one from another, because music is poetry. You know what I'm saying? Like in a different form, right?
And music is literally, I don't know how much you've been able to take in via like social media during this quarantine, but I feel like that's one of the only things that have been helping the world to like heal and get through it now. When I'm able to go on like Fire Kids Steamy's live and still feel like I'm at the dance, or you know, people can come into these lives and be able to listen to dope and smart people like yourself. You know, it's good that we have the culture and the arts to help carry the people through these trying times. And I feel like it's always been like that through history, you know, but they never want to give credit to the artists like yourself.
Definitely. And music is therapeutic, like for the listener and for the writer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I turned to music and writing and stuff. It was always just a way of expression. Like I used to have books and books of, I didn't even really know it was poetry. It was just me putting my thoughts on paper. You know what I'm saying? So for different people, it's different things. Like there's different genres for music for different people. Some people just like to hear the piano notes. You know what I'm saying? They like to hear the violin. Like, you know what I'm saying? It does something to you. You know what I mean? So I mean,
do hear
it's therapeutic.
In your beats, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I hear a lot of like jazz or like saxy kind of like undertones. Do you do that on purpose? Is that like purposely a sound like you connect with, or am I just listening to you way too much?
Not like to be honest, I'm very versatile, but growing up, like my pops really, he had like one of the areas with the you know, the records and stuff like that. So like my range in music, like I used to listen to like the Sam Cooks, and like I used to listen to a lot of jazz, you know what I'm saying, blues, you know what I'm saying, MJ. Like I used to listen to a lot of different type of music. So I feel like that kind of also, like I have a different ear, you know what I'm saying. I could find art in a classical, you know what I'm saying, piano piece, and I'm like, oh, let me write something to that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on a lot of Brandy and you know what I'm saying, like Joe, you know what I'm saying, I just grew up on a lot of different type of backgrounds of music. And I think it's really good to have that musical background too, so you're not just like okay, I'm gonna hear one type of sound like every time I click on this, because I just have one
automatically just puts you in a box.
Like, always gonna sound the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it definitely inspired like the music and stuff that I make today, because I have a different range. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole different range. And even when you think of like a lot of the 90s music, like Aaliyah is one of my main inspirations. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think a lot of the older artists and things like that, their pen game was different. Like the way they wrote songs, the way they sing harmonies, saying? Those are the type of things like I used to really listen to, you know what I'm saying? So having just that background and those things kind of in my mind, like it definitely inspires the type of music that I make today, and it just makes it more fun because my range is just different than a lot of people, a lot of new artists, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of differentiates me from different artists and things like that.
Something else very important to myself, being like a media person in this, is a lot of times, as we touched on a bit before, I want to speak to a lot of Toronto artists. I want to pull up to their locations. I want to do this, but because of the violence, even like pre the coronavirus and the official lockdown, you know, the violence has been getting crazy in the city. And just because you're a female, it doesn't mean you haven't been like experiencing it or losing people to it. So like, how has that been for you on like your side of the artistry and like being in Toronto? And like, do you find, because I see lives with like Director X and Lola Bunz and those people, and they're speaking on how they don't really want to mess with too many people because they value their lives more. So when you're hearing people that can possibly open that special door for you say things like that about the city, how does that affect you as an artist, like coming up, or is it something you think about? Like, where is your mindset on that?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's something you can't really escape. Like I grew up, born and raised, Janet Finch, Driftwood. You know what I'm saying? Lost a lot of people to gun violence. Been in a lot of situations. Almost got, you know, hit by myself. You know, those type of things. So Toronto, that's the thing about Toronto, that it's like you love your city, but especially
it's a love hate.
2020, like today in Toronto, like especially like, and the thing is, I told you I used to work for Boys and Girls Club, a lot of these community programs, violence prevention programs. So I'm on both sides of the fence, you know what I'm saying? I do that, it's like, yo, I'm trying to get out the game, what should I do? And the other ones that it's like, yo, I just lost 2 of my friends again, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's rough, man. Like the violence in this city, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, there's so much done, and there's so much that has been done to try to, you know, curb the violence and things like that, but it's all a mind state, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these young guys, they don't really have a lot of mentors, you know what I'm saying? Like in this day and age, like a lot of their mentors are these trapping rappers and artists that are about that life, and as a young 12, 13, 14-year-old, like these young, they're just looking up to you know what they're seeing on social media and things like that. They don't really have those direct mentors that it's like, all right, this is going on or whatever, you know, this is who I'm gonna look up to and things like that. They don't really have direct mentors. It's I mean, man, it's
but
rough.
I'm very happy you're speaking on this, because a lot of the times, as I said to you, a lot of the people that they speak with, they're in various different parts of the world. And when they're speaking on violence in their place, I'm like, well, Toronto, like, we get it. Like, trust me, like, grew up in that. Like, you know, they feel like we're joking, you know, because it's not publicized on the media the way the States or other places would show it. But it's real, and we go through it. And it's even worse that majority of the times in this side of the city, it's cold. And even then, people's heart is even more cold.
And especially with hip hop too. Like, that's why for me, like, you even gotta watch who you associate yourself with. You know what I'm saying? I could have been on a lot of different people's team and be like, yeah, I'm like part of this team, that team, but there's a lot of politics. There's a lot
honestly
of politics.
At a certain point, Lola, especially for me, even because at the start, a lot of people tried to be like to me, oh, you interviewed this person, so I'm not. I literally had to tell people, if you're gonna come through, sorry, but if you're gonna come through the downtown, don't waste no time with negativity. We're not tolerating that shit. Right here, it's about the music. It's about prospering in life. It's about elevation. It's about all those things. I don't have time to concern myself with liabilities or blocks that your parents don't even own. Focus yourself on paying off your parents' mortgage. Focus yourself on doing more. Like, no, seriously. You see what I'm saying? And it's really sad. Like, and that's why I'm so happy to see artists like Pressa, artists like Bugs, artists like, I don't care what people have to say. I'm very happy to see artists like that just say fuck it and do what I've been wanting to see them do. And now we're seeing people like them win. And that's why they're winning. So people can say whatever they want. That's why I look at Tory Lanez in Miami, like, my nigga, be in Miami and have a great fucking time, because these niggas will never get it.
You just gotta, like, as I said earlier, like, if you do the music for the passion and it's something you love, you gotta block all that stuff out. You gotta block all the politics out, all the, yo, I'm with this gang, I'm with that. Block it out. You want to go verse for verse on a track? All right, let's go. Let me show you I'm here to spit. I'm here to rap. Like, miss me with the politics. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the platforms too. And I gotta get at some of the platforms, because sometimes they'll be like, all right, let's get this person on. Let's get this person on. But okay, what you feel about this artist? They be trying to start these little corals that ain't even there, especially with the females too. And it's always like, yo, there's many female artists in Toronto and stuff like that. We don't always gotta be compared to each other. Like, compare me to some niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'm a rapper. I'm not like yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'm not a female rapper. I'm a rapper.
You're not.
So y'all want to think? Put me on that same. We on the same category. You know what I'm saying? Music. When you hear, I don't hear I don't hear gender.
You spit a lot better than a lot of these niggas too. Just to be clear. Just to be clear.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dom Baba in the building.
Shout outs. But you know, I'm very happy we share that similarity, because it's shout outs. But you know, I'm very happy we share that similarity, because it's heartbreaking when I do speak to those people and they're like, I don't give a fuck, this is that. I'm like, all right, well, we know how this story's gonna go. So kudos to you. And we're gonna continue making moves at South by South, BET, and all these things. So keep winning. Keep winning.
Definitely.
In terms of new music coming out, I know you said you had a lot of things kind of planned and this kind of blocked it, but I'm sure there's some way to reconstruct and kind of re-release. So what can we look forward to coming from you, and like, what new music can you maybe tell us about?
So definitely I got a wide range of stuff coming. I got some songs for the ladies, some twerk songs, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I got a little bit of Afrobeat in the works, you know what I'm saying? A little singing vibes, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I always got the bars. I got bags full of bars coming, you know what I'm saying? So wait for that. But yeah, definitely got a whole different range of music coming. Hopefully this quarantine won't last too long, so I can give y'all some more visuals, but definitely some more songs coming. Probably as soon as like end of the month, next month, you know what I'm saying? We working on some summer vibes, as my girl Kayla said. Shout out my cousin Max in the building. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got some new stuff coming, some different sounds, y'all gonna hear the different size of buns this year, you know what I'm saying?
So I wanted to ask you, Lola, I know you've given me almost an hour of your time, but I'm really enjoying the conversation with you. I'd love to talk to you for some more, if that's okay with you. Can I close and save this live and come back in with you? Is that okay? Or do you have to go?
Yeah, definitely. Save it though. You gotta send this to me.
No, I will. And just to let you know, sorry I did it before, but it will be on the website 48 to 72 hours after this. So it will permanently be there as well. So, but I'm going to save it and come right back in with you. Everyone, if you're enjoying this lovely, beautiful conversation with the beautiful, talented Lola Bunz, come back in the building.
Come back just now.
Like, this thing is so slow. I myself have been learning live. So it's like, it slowly lets everyone, like...
Yeah, I guess a lot of people are on their lives right now.
Oh, they are?
I guess so. I don't know.
Instagram right now.
It seems like Instagram's been moving kind of shaky.
It has, but definitely I saved the video, and you can let people know as well that as soon as 48, 72 hours will be on the website, and I'll be sure to extend it to you as well. But you can definitely continue on what we were speaking on, or I can continue with another question.
Yeah, I was just speaking of like the new music that's gonna be coming out and stuff like that. Yeah, I got, and a lot of people don't know I make Afrobeat music too. You know what I mean? I actually went to Nigeria September last year.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I linked up with a couple producers out there, and we made a couple of bangers, man. I can't wait to release those. So we
How
got
was that experience for you, like being back home, like where your family is from, and being able to connect with artists, and like what was that connection, and like
it was really liberating, you know what I'm saying, just to be in the motherland, you know what I'm saying, like, and actually see, like, you know, what and creating music, like, where the music is originated from, is a whole different experience, you know what I'm saying, because you're just getting that that root experience, you know what I'm saying, from the people that's there, you know what I'm saying, it's been pretty, it was pretty dope. It was a pretty dope experience, can't lie. It's different making
I've
Afrobeat
never been
in Africa than making Afrobeat music here, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely
Different inspiration, you know.
Is there another genre that I know you mentioned you possibly might, well, you do have a few twerking tracks, and that's definitely a sound I have not heard from you yet.
Yeah, so, I know people. You see, the thing is, I have so much, like, music, but I have so many different ranges of music. So sometimes I'm a perfectionist. Sometimes it's like, should I put this out now? Da da da. What are they gonna think? Yeah. Like, and sometimes I won't lie. I overthink, like, my music so much, you know what I'm saying?
Our artist is never satisfied. You guys are never satisfied.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And sometimes it's like you gotta put certain things out at the right time too, like when people are kind of ready for it. So
you, one of your older tracks, you speak on West End. Well, it's not that old, but it's before Shiesty, so I will say your track West End, right? Being from Toronto, we already know people are like, oh, I'm from the East End, oh, I'm from the West End. It's always like been a thing, right? So what makes you to be like, you know what? Well, I'm from the West End. Like, what made you decide? Because I don't, like, looking at Toronto, like, history of music, I don't recall us having an anthem like that. I know we have a slang anthem, but we never had like a sectional, like, West End, you know. And I'm from the East, so it didn't even like offend me in no way. I was like, either way, I was like, you know. So what inspired that track? I'm sorry,
for West End, it comes back to the experience too, and even, like, especially for people that, for example, have never kind of been to Toronto before, like, the West End experience is just different. Like, I grew up, I had like Somali, my babysitter was a Somalian lady, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around Jamaicans, Asians, you know what I'm saying, Indian people, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, going on Eglinton West in the late night 4 a.m. to get that jerk chicken, the best jerk chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just an experience. Just growing up in the West End of Toronto, it's just even our dialect, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of like for example, my brother and Marlon, like, a few years ago, they made a video called "Shit Toronto People Say." Like, even our dialect, our slang.
I do remember that one. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Our slang is different, you know what I'm saying? And just so West End was just kind of embodying and reliving just that experience of just growing up on this side of Toronto and what it's been like, and just all I really wanted to big up all the different areas that kind of made me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be the person I am with the mind state I have, and just the way I am if I didn't grow up kind of where I did in the West, you know what I'm saying? And I'm West African, you know what I'm saying? I'm Nigerian, so it's just a West End thing, you know what I mean?
I love it. And you know, I'm happy that it showed a true depiction of, like, what's happening on this side. No offense to Justin Bieber, but I even have to, like,
it was just a big up to the city in general at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And it was dope. It was dope, and I really enjoyed doing that video too. It was really cool.
So one of my favorite tracks from you is actually one of your, like, older ones, even though Shiesty is coming very close to kicking that track out of the way. But the hook of this track, it goes 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. And that's something I resonate with, because even for me, and you know, you already know, we're young Black females coming up in the city trying to do something outside the norm. So that hook alone just resonated a lot with me, you know. And what has that been like, that what was that like for you, expressing that to everyone and being that vulnerable to be like, hey, you might see me here and doing videos, this and that, but like my life, I'm still, sometimes it feels like I'm taking 3 steps forward and 4 steps back. Like,
and that's, you know, that's the thing with this industry, this music industry. It's like, I always think of it like, you know, getting drafted into the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's gonna get drafted. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing. And with music, it's like, the music is changing every day. Music is changing every day. Like the wave, the sound this month, next month it could be on some different. You know what I'm saying? Like music has changed. Even if we look at the last few years, female artists in hip hop in general, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a few years ago, it was mainly like Nicki. Like she was the main like female artist. Like today we got Cardi, we got Megan the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch. The game has changed, so the game is now like, I want to listen to more female rappers now. You know what I'm saying? But as I said, I've been in this game since like 16, since high school. You know what I'm saying? So it hasn't been always easy and on a high road. Like there's been sometimes it's like, okay, I've done shows with 10 people, and I've done shows with like 7,000 people. You know what I mean? So it's really like that.
And
way
both are equally humbling. Both are
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really just that roller coaster, and it's trial and error. It's really just trial and error. Like there's no defining, okay, like this is definitely gonna happen and da 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 da. Look at right now. My year was starting off like this, and Corona is just like, we don't know where it's gonna go.
We don't.
That's life. That's life in general. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can make as much plans as you want to make, but at the end of the day, God has the ultimate plan. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure if you remember, but I have tried to get you before. And last year, I threw the first live podcast event for Downtown. And that was when I had reached out to you to say, hey, September. And you were so sweet. You were so, like, you're just so humbling. You're so like not full of yourself, even though I'm like, does this young lady like see what like I see when I'm looking at her and listening to her? And look, almost a year later, and you still have a genuine fan. So that speaks to just the message you're sending, and maybe the positivity you've been carrying out, that you don't even realize the people that, you know, or the rooms that your name has gotten into just because of how you've dealt with people, right? So know that your name is always right here in my mind, you know. And I wanted to say, like, even that side of it, you know, and I hope you're okay with me of sharing that story, but like that side of it, and what has that been like for you, speaking to people on the back end, and then it's like they diss you or they don't respond? How have you dealt with that discouragement or encouragement? Like, how's that been for you?
I mean, it's the same thing. It's kind of like a roller coaster too. But even just dealing with like the business side and like bookings and things like that, it's you just have to know your worth. Like really have to know your worth. And I didn't always like know my value and really understand my worth. And for a while, you know what I'm saying, I used to do a lot of like shows for free just because it's like, okay, you know, maybe this show that I'm gonna meet somebody and I'm gonna blow off da 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 da. But you really have to put your foot down and understand your worth as an artist. And once you know your worth and you know yourself as an artist, and you walk that, and you always have that, people have no choice. But can you hear me? I was frozen. Well,
do you have to do not disturb on? Do you still have the do not disturb on? Oh no, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, snap. Okay, guys, so she's gonna hop right back in. We're just having a little bit of technical issues, but I just want to say, if you guys have any questions that you want me to ask Lola, you can put it in the question section, that question mark, there, and if I feel it's appropriate, I will shoot it after her. So yeah, you guys are more than free to do that. And just waiting for her to connect back in with us. Awesome.
Yeah, there we
Is
go.
your do not disturb still on?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. It's Instagram.
No problem.
But yeah, as I was saying, like you really gotta know your worth as an artist, and from you know your worth, and from you know that like this is me, and this is my price, and you know what I'm saying, this is what you're gonna get when you book me for a show and all that stuff. From you know that, and you walk with that, people have no choice but to respect it. And it wasn't until, I won't even lie to you, it wasn't until probably like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that I started turning down shows and turning down events and gigs, just because it's like, yo, you don't appreciate my value, like, you know what I'm saying, my worth. I'm not gonna do your show. I'm not. Like, why? Yeah, I want to do the show. Trust me, I love performing. I hate having to turn down a show or something like that. But
you have to have that tug of war.
You have to.
And yeah, it's hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a chef and I'm cooking for 12 people, like, and each plate is $50, like, that's how much it is. Like, you can't be like, just do me a little favor, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm putting in that work, I'm putting in that time, I'm putting in that effort, I'm showing up, I'm making sure those plates look spectacular, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing a service, a job. It's the same thing, and especially in hip-hop, then on King Street downtown. Best believe that pianist has its price, and you're gonna pay that price. Not because I'm doing hip-hop and I'm rapping it. It's not no different. There's time and effort that comes into, and making a song and performing it and perfecting it, and hair and makeup and you know what I'm saying? Like, so you just got to really know your worth, and people just have to understand your worth. And if they don't understand it, you got to keep it moving. Like, that's just what you have to do, so.
Facts. I agree. And I do also believe, like, people, don't get me wrong, I also do believe that there is a time and place where an exchange or a bartering of services is okay, but it has to be equivalent, or, you know what I mean? Some sort of a relationship built that you feel like that is okay, and it's totally, like, up to you. But in terms of artistry, like, I have to respect that, and I do. But I do find it hilarious when I do talk to some artists that they don't have anything together. They don't have, like, not a nothing, but they're telling me $1,500. Like, I'm just leaving you on red because you obviously don't know how this works. And by your answer alone, I know that you haven't been doing this at all.
And it's like a job. It's like show you my resume. Like, you want to see I can show. I ain't got no problem. I'll show you my resume. Like, I'm not new. So, you know what I'm saying? I could walk with my head up here, my chest up here, because I can't spot that I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just knowing yourself, knowing your worth, and that's about it. So
I also wanted to ask you, like, there's a staple. I already asked you the first staple question we had at the beginning, which is, what is a recent situation you did not waste any time with negativity? Another staple question we have here at Downtown is, we have the 4 elements. You have fire, water, earth, and air. Which one do you feel like you resonate with, or, like, represents you the most, and why?
I'm definitely fire. I'm definitely fire. It's like, especially when I don't know, I'm definitely fire. I'm always like, but I'm also a bit of all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit of all of them, but I would say I'm definitely fire, because it's always like that fire burning. You know what I'm saying? That drive for me, that hustle, that energy when I get on stage. It's just like, I'm a lion. Like, I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. It's just like fire.
Okay. Like, I wanted to ask you, but that makes so much sense. Okay.
It's like when I'm on the mic, I'm in the booth, I'm on the stage. It's like the I'm roaring. The lion comes out. Like, it must. Shout out Busy in the building. Shout out Tommy in the building. She just dropped her album. There's a lot of great artists in the city. Shout out Femi Lash in the building. in the building. We should take some questions. I know in the last live someone was asking a question. We didn't really get to it.
I let them know. Sorry, you were out, but I let everyone know if you have questions, they're more than free to send it to the question section in the live, which is the question mark, and we can shoot it up. I personally, on my personal Instagram page, I've been hosting a game night. It's just a way to like lift spirits and just, I like to laugh. I like to laugh pretty much. I'm a Libra. I like to laugh. I said that like 5 times, but it's true. So that was a way, you know, for me personally, I have family members that unfortunately are healthcare workers and essential workers, and they're working on the front line. And it's definitely something that has like hit home for me. And shout outs to all of you guys if you know anyone that's been affected, because it's something that's very serious. And I want people to take coronavirus seriously. My mother is a nurse. You know, I'm very like reserved, but I will say my mother's a nurse, and it's hard for me, but she passionately loves to take care of people, and you know, loves to feel like she's not leaving her patients alone and letting them know that, you know, someone is there. And it upsets me as her child. Like, what are you doing? Like, these people don't care about you. But that goes to show you there's a lot of people out there that genuinely just want to help, and they believe that everyone bleeds the same color, like you said earlier, you know. So that was the birth of the game night, and just a couple hours a night just to help get our minds off things. So one of the games that we played was Would You Rather, and if you're open to it, I'd love to ask you a couple of questions from the game, and we'll play it a little bit, see how you feel. How are you with that?
We could probably do it for a little bit.
Okay. Before we start that, I do want to ask you artists that you would love to work with. I don't care if you feel like you'll meet them, if they're, you're saying like, I don't care what genre. Artists, your wish list of people. We'll do artists, and then we'll do producers of who you would like to work with. Who would be on your list? It doesn't have to be in a particular order.
Artists, like my all-time favorite is Lil Wayne. Like, I definitely grew up on Weezy. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne and Lola Bunz track though?
That would be that would be crazy. That would be a crazy collabo. Definitely love Lil Wayne. Producers, I really like Metro Boomin. I really like Metro Boomin. Shoot, like, but I'm not really like, for me it's like if it's bumping, it's bumping. Like,
yeah,
that's
you
why I tell
people
like I get a lot of DMs from producers, like they want to send me beats and stuff. Is there any producers in the building? Like, send me beats.
There is actually. Shout outs to Lazarus Don't Care.
Yeah,
shout outs to Brandon.
Emails in my bio, but I'm always open to like different beats and stuff like that, because you know it's the artist that makes the beat, like, you know.
Well, I get a lot of those emails, so I'm definitely gonna be like, forward it over to Lola real quick. Hopefully you can get something out of that. Okay, we have a question here. What Toronto collaborations would you like to see happen?
Well, for me personally,
I'm just gonna take it down because it blocks your beautiful face when I post the question, and I like to see you. So
for me personally, I would like to collaborate. I really like. Shout out to Northside Benji. I think he's really doing his thing. That'll be a real dope kind of collab.
Take the pulse out of it. Just shout out some names. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how you feel about this person, but I feel like a fucking weird and different track would be Chromas and Lola. I don't know nothing, but I just feel like because
she's doing her thing. She has her lane and stuff like that, but I'm a different type of artist, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, we're talking collabos, right? It's kind of like when Neptunes linked up with Noriega. We didn't expect them to come up with sounds like that. We didn't expect them to come up with, you know, Noriega. We just didn't feel like they're such oxymorons, but sometimes out of those things come the beautiful, most beautiful. Future and Drake are not the same artists. You know what I mean? But then we get beautiful tracks like Life is Good, or we get beautiful projects like What a Time to Be Alive. So, you know, that is just something, you know, I would just throw out there. There's other females I definitely, but just something to push both of y'all outside of your box. It'd be interesting to see that. It would be, you know.
It'll be, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Who knows?
Who knows? And I'm just putting it out there because we know life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? So we're just putting it out there because I do want to see more Toronto artists link up. There's another female rapper I love to see, Candy K. She's a really dope artist. She's been putting in her work. She was actually in the States.
Yeah, Candy K is dope. Candy K is dope. I've seen her. I got a little relationship with her too. We talked about actually trading and stuff in this year. So that might actually look out for that. We might
and I feel like, you know, I don't know if you've been seeing these versus battles that have been going on. And seeing
I've been.
The Erykah Badu and Jill Scott one. That was the best one out of all. The women to lead, to show this is how it's done. So Lola, don't ever let that deter you from who you want to work with, what you want to do. Like, I just want, like, me as being the person on the media side of things, I just want to see it happen. I'm cheering for all of you guys. So I want some more female artist names. Who are some other females? Would you still work with Lil' Kim? Can you hear me okay? Would you still work with Lil' Kim? Uh-oh, okay. No. Hello? I'm saying hello as if I'm on the phone. Not hearing you. Okay, so I know she's gonna come out and come right back in, guys, so don't worry. I'm expecting to see her pop up. And feel free to post more questions in the question section if you like. I know we're running out of time with her, and I have to let her go, unfortunately, soon. So let's just see. Here she is.
There we go.
Yeah, so I was saying, would you still work with Lil' Kim?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, she's an OG in the game. Any day. Any day.
What are some more names that you feel like?
Shoot, I'm open. I like some of my favorite artists right now is like Lil Durk, Lil Baby,
amazing.
Megan Thee Stallion. Like, that would be a dope, different type of, you know, collabo. I mean, I'm open. Like, is on their grind and their sound is right, and you know what I'm saying, their vision is right. Like, I'm down. I'm really open to collabs. You know, I'm really open to collabs, and I plan to do more of that this year as well, because I haven't really put out too many collab songs. I've been more focused on just like making people hear me better first as an artist first, but definitely this year is do some more collabs. That'll be
I agree. And you know, just as myself as even like a student and watching, you know, how things are done, someone said learn from allies in opposition. Facts. Because when you look at Eminem, not saying that Eminem and Jay-Z were opposition, but when you have tracks like Renegade from them, obviously the argument in the hip-hop game is always who had the better verse, this and that. But you need those types of things to just help the conversations and, you know, sometimes give the people what they want, you know? So I'm excited to see what you come up with. And you are correct in terms of wanting people to know you as an artist and prior to you being on everyone else's tracks. But I do find some artists, say like Lil Baby and different artists like that because they've collabed on so many other people's projects, it has helped like their music. So how do you feel about that, even though you kind of just mentioned it? But oh no, what is going on? Can you hear me? Okay, we'll do it one last time. End it properly. So So come right back in, guys. She's gonna come right back in. This weather is crazy right now. Everyone's going on live. They cannot keep up with our technology. So Lola's coming back in, guys. But here we go. Yeah, this is crazy. But Mr. T4 said it needed to push the culture. It's needed to push the culture forward. Correct. The rain is active.
It's prime time on Insta Live right now. So Insta's like, yo, I've been on too long. They're trying to cut me off.
No worries. They're trying to cut the real. They're supposed to cut the fake, not the real. So yes, as you were saying, the artists that you love to speak with and just the importance of that and just what it's done for the history of hip hop and now. So you did say yes to the Would You Rather game. Let me ask you.
Yeah, let's just try to do maybe a couple of those real quick. I got another meeting in like 4.
No problem. No problem. Thank you for the time you've given thus far. I really appreciate
no problem.
it. Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna get nasty just from the jump because I like to just see where your head is at. So let's just get it. Okay? Would you rather chop off a baby's foot or both of your thumbs?
A baby? A poor baby?
A baby? Lola said a baby.
Oh, baby. Oh my gosh. That's a horrible choice.
You gotta choose one.
Or both of my thumbs? No, I can't hold it. Sorry, baby. Sorry.
Yo, no ways. You are not the only person that has said sorry to that baby.
Sorry to the baby. Maybe if it was one thumb, I can sacrifice the left one, but
it's both of them.
Sorry, baby. Sorry.
Imagine trying to use a phone with no
thumb now. The thumb is too important, man. Thumb's too important.
Serious struggle. Okay, we'll do another one. I like to ask this one. Would you rather be given $500 million or would you rather cure world hunger and be known for it?
Well, I mean, that's crazy. But you know what? To be honest, curing world hunger will bring me a lot of riches, and I don't necessarily mean money, but riches. You know what I'm saying? And blessings from God. God's definitely gonna bless me. Like, what you mean? Like, I'll cure the hungry people. I'll cure the hungry people, man. You know, I think a lot of people, me personally, you know what I'm saying, I've been in that position that you've been hungry, you know what I'm saying, you didn't have nothing, you know what I'm saying, and it's not an easy situation. Like, if I had the power to do that, power to the people, man.
So I'll leave you with those two, and I would just want to ask you, where do you, I know we've kind of touched on it throughout the interview, but where do you see yourself? What do you want for Lola Bunz? When people hear your name, what do you want them to know or receive from you?
I definitely just want them to hear that authenticity. Just hear that real. Like, I feel like with the music I put out, even my last album card, y'all go check that out if you haven't done so already.
Yes, everyone on Spotify, check it out, support.
But yeah, but I feel like I got a story kind of for everyone. Is my thing?
It's frozen, but I'm hearing you. No. Oh no. No, this is the last time. Come back. I really want to hear your answer, guys. So she's gonna come back, she's gonna answer this question for us, and I believe that will be the wrap of today's Don't Waste No Time with Negativity Downtown World interview here. The beautiful Lola Bunz is back. Let's get her in. Yes, quarantine. I hope everyone's staying safe inside. Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
All right, to wrap it up, because Instagram is not messing with you right now.
That is okay.
But shoot, remind me the question now. Like, what do I want people to hear from?
What do you want to resonate? Like, what do you want people to know when it comes to Lola Bunz? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, so it's just that authenticity, just that I kind of feel like I got a story. I got a story kind of for everyone. And it's just that versatility too, you know what I'm saying? And it's just that real. I try to keep that real alive in the music. I feel like in today's music there's a lot of capping, a lot of fake stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking about lives they don't live, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that are just doing it just to do it. Shout out Mass Monroe. Like I clicked upon this little this female rapper right here. You gotta check her out too. She's a real good
I'll definitely check her out. Mask Monroe. Okay, I see
her
there.
Check her out. Shout out to her. But
okay.
as I'm saying, like just bringing that different sauce to the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ren in the building. But just bring that different sauce to the game. You know what I'm saying? I want people to just hear that, there's still lyricists out here. There's still artists that could, you could switch it up. You don't gotta just be one type of artist. That's the thing with music, especially in today's day and age. Like, you could do music is so free. Like, the creativity is endless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see people blowing up off of the, like, even that quarantine. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Like, you know what I'm saying? The man was probably really just bored.
And it just came out.
And it blew up. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing with creativity, right? And being an artist is such an open, there's no like textbook to it. There's no, table of ingredients to get the friggin' mixture right. So for me,
you get bars even when you're not rapping, like,
you know what I'm saying? I gotta go write that down. Where's my pen? But yeah, just want people to know that, there's different sides of the game, and I'm just one of those artists. It's just like, I'm in that melting pot, like, come take a listen and see what you get.
Yeah. Well, Downtown, we love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Please don't stop doing what you're doing. I really, it just really warms my heart. Me personally, and us at the blog, it just really warms our heart to see Black women just prospering in life and doing these things and motivating. So don't stop. Is there anything that you want to ask or you want to mention? On top of everyone, make sure you stream Wildcard, and Shiesty, yes, as well. Run up those numbers.
Yeah,
but is there anything you want to ask or say before we end today?
No, just look out for more music coming soon. Check out the rest of my music if you haven't seen it yet. If you haven't seen the video for Shiesty, go run up them numbers too. Go check that out. Yeah. And more new heat coming soon.
Facts. Love is love. Have a beautiful Sunday. All the best on the rest of your day. And
mama,
don't move, Shiesty.
Never that. All right.